I really want to circle back to this deck. I've made a couple changes. This is a Gruul, God Pharaoh's Gift, Shifting Woodland through the Breach deck. Very big mouthful. This is a build we trophied with during the 24-hour stream, and immediately trophied with during the 24-hour stream, and immediately forgot about it. I think so. I wanted to circle back here. The idea is like obviously looting is very good in Woodland decks. We've had some success with the Omniscience build too. I need to play that in a tournament soon. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow or see how this goes. I guess. But what's cool here is you have some backup plans where you have Through the Breach Ulamog. Also, Through the Breach Cityscape Leveler with Fear of Missing Out is like 18 damage that destroys 2 permanents, which is really powerful too. Shifting Woodland on Cityscape Leveler, also Fear of Missing Out, is really powerful. So you have some like cool overlapping plans here. You have backup plans. You have Resiliency to Blood Moon via Through the Breach. This is a big and Graveyard Hate with Through the Breach. This is a big upgrade to this build compared to like the regular like Woodland's Omniscience deck. I don't think you want to play 4 because you really just don't want to draw 2 copies early. You could dig for it really deeply with some of your card selection cards. But let's get in there. Yeah, no K command in this build. It's like I've definitely thought about it, definitely tried. Your mana base gets wrecked if you can support Kozilek's command, which didn't exactly stop us here. Although the mana is fine. You can't play Utopia Sprawl, and Shifting Woodland and Kozilek's command and Ugin's Labyrinth makes your mana like it makes it so bad. Okay, so let me update the title. All right, probably gonna send this one back. Forgot to put lands in. Would a mono green version of this deck be a way to get K command? In theory, but in practice, in practice, I think losing the red cards is just like makes this whole deck idea not work. Whoa. Okay, I guess I'm in for this. Oh. You got a mutagenic growth. I think it's fine to not play around mutagenic growth because if we wait here, we unlock all of their protection spells. Consideration Brewing and Standard with Bloodghast and Freeze to look out. We'll see. We'll see. Is playing K Command and Rin and 6 possible in creativity? Seems like no. Yeah, it seems like you would probably have to play a monocolor build if you were going to play Rin and 6 or Command and creativity. I think it's possible you could build the deck that way, though. Okay, so in my graveyard, I'll have access to instant, land, sorcery, and artifact after I discard this God Pharaoh's Gift. And then if I draw a land, if I'm able to block the Glistener Elf and they kill my Fear of Missing Out by pumping, and I draw a big creature in my top 2, or if I just had mulligan to 6 instead of 5, we would be able to probably win this game. But remember that with Fear of Missing Out is pretty crazy in this deck, where when you copy God Pharaoh's Gift, you can like return Fear of Missing Out. It's a 4/4, and then you can discard a big thing, attack with the Fear of Missing Out, and this allows you to get another God Pharaoh's Gift trigger. And the second God Pharaoh's Gift trigger is going to let you get back the big thing that you just discarded to the Fear of Missing Out. So hopefully we draw a Cityscape Leveler or an Ulamog for lethal. Now we've drawn Malevolent Rumble instead. So I can either go activate Gift on, or Woodland on Gift, bring back a Fear of Missing Out, and have a 4/4 blocker. It seems to me that it's going to be just better to cast Rumble and have a 1/1 blocker. Now there's a Faithless Looting that I can flashback if I take this Ugin's Lab. Keep the Wooded Foothills because it can be a surveil land. Good chance we're dead to a land where they can just animate the Nexus and then pump it, but they didn't have a land last turn. There's a land. Not dead yet. What happens if you make Woodlands Utopia Sprawl? Your Woodland probably just dies. Okay. So if they have a mutagenic growth, I'm dead. Rancor is pretty cool. Have to block. No mutagenic growth. Okay, so I have 2 looks at a Leveler or an Ulamog. Now I've got a lot more looks. So now I've got 5 looks. There we go. Can even deal a lot more damage now because I also hit second season seasoned Pyromancer, but does it really matter what we take here? Sorry, second Fear of Missing Out, not second season Pyromancer. Nice. So we're gonna Woodland our God Pharaoh's Gift. Sorry, I'll update the deck command in a second. Get back a Fear of Missing Out. I feel like I'm gonna draw Ulamog here. Okay. Psychic powers need retuning. Okay, so we untap our Fear of Missing Out. We get an extra combat step. I guess I actually did need to hit the second Fear of Missing Out to have lethal, huh? Surveil first, maybe. I just have lethal. It doesn't really matter. Nice. And I was gonna bring back another leveler too, or a leveler to next turn. Are we dead on board? No, they're dead on board. Okay, so I'm gonna bring in the Unholy Heat. I guess I'm bringing in the Pyroclasms too. I haven't thought much about Infect in a while. Force of Vigor is kind of a nice way to deal with Inkmoth Nexus. Trinisphere also seems good against them. We could, I guess Haywire Bite doesn't kill Inkmoth, actually. I wonder how much Graveyard Hate they're going to have against me. I think I'm going to try cutting through the Breaches, and then bring in a Haywire Might for Graveyard Hate as a way we can like traverse for an answer to it, potentially. The Fear of Missing Outs, like you saw, are really important in the deck. I think I can afford to trip 1. Plays so nice with the FOMOs. Let's play two Trinispheres. Can trim a Traverse, maybe. I guess seems okay. They may just try to race me. Yeah, maybe. It's been a while since I've played against Infect. Okay, definitely keeping this one. We just have our combo. Remember that if you God Pharaoh's Gift and Ulamog, it comes with 10 counters. Now, so this is going to be almost definitely a turn 4 win. Turn 4 win against Infect is not you're not promised to get there. I guess I will sprawl on one. What's Trinisphere against Janol? Storm. Usually playing Damping Sphere those slots. Yeah, I don't want to play Damping Sphere over Trinisphere in my Ugin's Labyrinth deck. Am I enjoying Modern now that we're for my post-ban? It's been really good. I'm enjoying Modern more than I'm enjoying Magic Online at the moment, but the format overall has been, I think, excellent, I would say. Ugh, give me a Pyroclasm. So I'm not able to loot away a land here, so I need to surveil another type in the yard to have lethal next turn. There's another type in the yard. We could very easily die here. But if they don't kill us, we'll kill them on turn 3. So this is... They need one more spell to kill me. That's one more spell. Game 3. Been such a satisfying pyroclasm. Yeah, I feel like gameplay's been really good, and I've been able to brew a lot. It feels like the format's still evolving. Why no Charmal in the sideboard when Eldrazi on the rise? We have an inherently really good Eldrazi matchup. Because we just combo kill them. Yeah, I don't know. We through the breach decks tend to be good against Eldrazi, so I don't feel like I need to like also play Charmals on the board. Infect surprisingly good in combo meta. I think Infect is probably unplayable still. I'd love to be wrong, but it isn't like Infect is no longer particularly fast. Like it's slower on average than Storm, less resilient than Storm maybe. Like I don't know like what you're really trying to punish. Like you're really like you could never ever beat any Boros draw with Infect. I think I guess maybe that's not true. Maybe just the pro red and white guy. Maybe that gives you enough of a game. Seems tough. Seems tough though. Did Infect get any new cards recently? I mean, they got the red ley line, but I don't think the red ley line's very good. Is there another card you consider Ulamog over the top? No, you have to play Ulamog. There's nothing else. It's just like it's the only thing that just it doesn't shuffle your graveyard in your shifting woodland deck. It kills them with God Pharaoh's Gift, kills them with through the breach. There's nothing better. So is it better to? I think we should. Oh, you know what? If they have Crusader, it's really annoying here. I'm actually gonna go heat into heat again if they mutagenic growth. Oh baby, never mind. They're just dead. This is one Malevolent Rumble mills Gift, Ulamog, and God Pharaoh's Gift. Unreal. Now I guess I don't know. I don't know. This is fine. Red Leyline plus Blazing Shoal, but kicking butt with Blazing Shoal and paper. In what format? I haven't tried Blazing Shoal in Modern myself. You're talking about a modern Blazing Shoal deck? Sounds pretty good. Remember, also, your Ulamog stays in play after God Pharaoh's Gift. I don't think I've ever seen anybody play Blazing Shoal in Modern. And Blue White Command running the 3-0 into 3-2. Is this just better than Goryo's? I think there's a good chance it is. It's like way more resilient to counter magic, and you just have a good plan B against Graveyard Hate with Through the Breach. So I like this deck a lot. Again, we played one league with this deck the 24-hour stream, trophied super easily while being like really sleep deprived, and just never talked about the deck again. So been really wanting to play this deck today. That's true. If they concede, the Ulamog gets exiled. Get ready to rumble. And like looting is also like absurdly good in this deck. Yeah, sorry, I keep forgetting to update the Mox field. Steambin's Preordain. Twin Gaming, maybe? Oh, sorry, I closed it before I I uploaded the list to Boxfield. I forgot to put it in the the extension and everything. All right, counter target spell. So I'm gonna go ahead and cast Fear of Missing Out. I'm gonna discard a Wooded Foothills so Through the Breach is live. We already have an Ulamog in the yard. Although there's a pretty good chance next turn what I'm gonna do is Traversed for a Seasoned Pyromancer and cast it. It's really nice just to have a 4-power attacker here. Something that's just putting pressure on my opponent in these kind of spots. Although maybe I'm just gonna get twinned, I don't know. Seeing Cascade Bluffs, I don't need to worry so much about, seeing Cascade Bluffs, I don't need to worry as much about Blood Moon. Did they change the fodder or something? They did a lot. Joymonger, 28 months. Thank you, welcome back. I think I saw a smirk from Spec on Shoal. What's cooking? Blazing Shoal is banned in Modern, so there's a chatter who said that they've been playing Red Leyline plus Blazing Shoal. And so I was trying to bait them into sending me their Modern deck, and then they were baiting me. I never got a response. Okay, so I guess what we're gonna do is traverse for a Cityscape Leveler, and then we can copy that with Shifting Woodland and have lethal next turn. Assuming we don't get twinned, we could get twinned here. Maybe they would counter the Traverse. Maybe they would counter the Spyro, right? What if we traverse Frugen's Lab? I want to do this because it just lets me win the game through counter magic if the Spyro resolves, although the Spyro is probably not resolving, I guess. Yeah, but maybe traverse Frugen's Lab, just attack with the Ulamog was good too. Although we could just do that if we draw any land. Okay, this is also fine. What does Cascade Bluffs have to do with Blood Moon? Breach and Blue Moon can both rain Cascade Bluffs. I believe I would not play Cascade Bluffs in my blue red deck if I was gonna be building it right now, but maybe this is just me. So they didn't twin me last turn. So to Zugin's right, I was thinking exiling Ulamog. Exiling the other Ulamog makes the difference. You can't traverse for Godfarer's Gift because it's an artifact. I'm a bit confused. I thought I updated the Moxfield deck. Is it not? Okay, I guess I didn't. No, maybe I only opened the command, updated the command. Or the, not the, okay, it's updated now. Okay, great. Let me just double check since I have it queued up. All right, so are y'all casting the Seasoned Pyromancer here? I don't think I am. I think I'm gonna play around Twin. I could just kind of draw any land to win. My opponent kind of clearly has some instant speed interaction up here. Can you play Cascade Bluff, Shivan Reef, and Reflecting Pool and Twin to splash K command? You need to play Eldrazi Temple too, but that could be good. I certainly could see us barking up that tree. Yeah, Woodland doesn't get counters when it copies Ulamog, but my opponent is just at 7. And I could have untapped it for an extra attack step, right? But yeah, don't get the counters. I think I'm going to try to be double spelling here. Or, you know, attacking with the... Well, I guess attacking with Ulamog's kind of awkward now. Because they traded with the Murktide and I've lost my Woodland at that point. I don't exactly love doing this, but it is kind of nice because I have the land. My opponent can't really attack with the Murktide, probably. Untapped, tapped Ulamog last turn. Ooh. Yeah, I didn't see that line. But that line does make sense. It's a sick line. Okay, if we played... Maybe we don't want to play K-Command Twin, but K-Command Wizards is maybe it. Because then you can play Snapcaster and Snapcast K-Command, Snapcast Flame. And then one huge problem for Wizards as an archetype has been... one huge problem for Wizards as an archetype has just always been that you are really, really bad at dealing with Flage, and so getting to main deck the Graveyard Hating K command is kind of perfect. So I'll take a look at that. I know I am kind of trying to put an end to K command week, but that might be like our last hurrah. Yeah, good answer to Psychic Frog too. Solves a lot of problems that you have as Wizards. And Wizards has a lot of like good things going for it too. Well, I'm just gonna animate the woodland on the Ulamog. If they have a sink into the stupor, they get like that's kind of like their only answer to this, I would think. Okay. Hold it, you could have just left this back. You'd have to be dead on board. Didn't think I'd see the line. Okay, we're gonna bring in the Veils. How many heats do I want against the Murktide, Tamio, Snapcaster deck? I don't know. I don't think that they're very likely to play. I know if I had Blood Moon in my deck, I probably wouldn't play Cascade Bluffs. But I don't know. Maybe I also don't really trust blue-red players to be normal. And also maybe I'm just off, right? Let's play a Haywire Might just as a hedge against this and Graveyard Hate. I think I want to play probably 2-ish Unholy Heats. Could even be like a few too many. Yeah, I guess I just don't really care that much about killing their stuff. Let's just be proactive deck. Because like he doesn't kill Tommy turn 1, so it's just not even a good answer against that. Have we seen any indication they're on Twin? No, I think they're probably not playing Twin. They cast a Murktide against us, so it just doesn't seem very likely. Can we start Zer's Weirding Week? I would love to. I don't really I've never really known like a good reason to register Zer's Weirding, unfortunately. Trinisphere versus counters and cantrips would be good. It's not good against the Flame of Anor deck. It's just so easy for you to play Trinisphere for 3 mana, and then they go kill it, draw 2 cards for 3 mana, and you're like, dang it. I guess I couldn't have done anything differently. Are they playing OG Murktide? They're not playing OG Murktide. They have Snapcaster Mage in their deck. Okay, I'm going to traverse. It may have actually been better to try to traverse for Woodlands this game, but I also do want to have like Stomping Ground and basic forest just in case they do have the moon. Goblin Grenade Week? Let's go, dude. I think Zer's Weirding is a card I've never cast. Probably will never cast at this point. So I guess I'm going to name Red so I can get maybe second basic forest. It's also good for life totals. Let's get ready to rumble. Let's get ready to Cryptic Command. Yeah, it's okay. Zer's Weirding. 4-mana enchantment. Players play with their hands revealed. If a player would draw a card, they reveal it instead. Then any other player may pay 2 life. If that player does, put a card into the owner's graveyard. Otherwise, that player draws a card. So the idea is you can lock your opponent out of drawing cards by paying 2 life for each card that they would draw instead. Which sounds very fun. Okay, so if this resolves, I can present lethal by woodlanding this God Pharaoh's Gift. And if it doesn't resolve, we can try to cast Seasoned Pyromancer here. Pretty likely to resolve. They would need a Stern Scolding, Subtlety, Consign for the ETB trigger. And one fun thing about this point, I think we have 8 mana, right? 4, 5, 6. Oh, we're 1 short, sorry. But if we had 8 mana, you could like woodland twice in response to like a surgical. They say God Pharaoh's Gift is wild, Lamau. Straight up have not lost a match with this deck. It is wild, I agree. I guess it's actually kind of good to play around Surgical Extraction by casting this. Because I'm under no pressure here. I'm under no pressure, so let's just play around surgical by casting this for this turn, and then next turn we can. Although maybe no, I had to play the woodland, but like if I didn't have to play woodland, I could have hid the gift with the labyrinth from surgical. Do I like the new red one drop in Hollow One? I think so, yeah. So like something I've been really wanting in Hollow One. Maybe opening myself up to flame a bit too much. But yeah, something I've been really wanting in Hollow One as an archetype has been resiliency to graveyard hate. And like this is something I really dislike about Nethergoyf in the deck, is that graveyard hate is really prominent. The more in on Nethergoyf you are, the worse you are against it. And so like I have been playing a Flameblade Adept build and liking it. This card seems much better than Flameblade Adept, and that is exciting. What can we do about Flame of Anor? I guess we could just traverse for a second woodland, right? We could also activate. We could just copy Ulamog and attack. You know, let's do that. I think I'm interested in playing around flame, and then this is going to not kill them this turn, but I'm going to attack for 11, put them down to 4, and then if they do have Flame of Anor, they just don't have a good target. If they have Sink into the Stupor, they have to sacrifice 2 lands. Have you ever brewed around Kudro, King Among Bears? I think the card is really cool. I think it's not a modern playable card. Unless you could make a lot of O1s, but even then, it's like, it's just so tough to build around 2-mana 2/2s that don't win the game. Couldn't we traverse? Okay, my opponent is dealing 5 damage to Ulamog here. Is Klein Salagar's fixed? It was fixed and they broke it again, unfortunately. It's not as bad as it was, but it's not great either. Couldn't we traverse for another Ulamog and exile with Lab? Yeah, I guess. What is your idea with that? If you're thinking that we can make this Ulamog have counters somehow, that's not a possibility. This line seems to have worked out pretty damn well, if you ask me. Like a lot of O1s with Kozilek's Command. There we go. Now we broke Kozilek's Command. They forgot Ward. I don't think that they forgot. I feel like they just kind of bit the bullet. Maybe they forgot. Yeah, I just want to traverse for another woodland. It might be worse. I'm having about 5-second lag every click, makes mode unusable. For me, it hasn't been as bad as it was, but yeah, I don't know. I just really don't know. Like, what is the point of Magic Online maintenance, guys? If we're gonna break it every time, why are we doing this? Who is this for? Not me. I tell you what. Have you seen the Glaring Fleshraker Curiosity combo that's popping up in Vintage Legacy? No, but that's pretty cool. Timely might they say. I'm pretty sure. Should I tell them this was in my opening hand? I can't actually remember if it was. I'll just say indeed. Okay, we are now 7-0 with this deck. Glaring Flesh. So you put a Curiosity on your Fleshraker, and then every time you cast a colorless spell, you get a spawn, and those spawns deal your opponent the damage. You draw a card, you need that card's another colorless spell, and you pop off. It's interesting. Seems a lot maybe better in Legacy because you have like Force of Will potentially, and there's less creature removal. Okay, I'm gonna keep this on the multi-6 on the draw. Is mid-range mono black K command first iteration the best of 3 so far? It's had the best records. I mean, blue white I think was good. We 3-0 to 3-2. I would have loved to play a second league, but I really didn't want to play another league of blue white with all the lag. So that kind of stinks. We were also talking about like playing like the same like mana like blue mana base, but playing wizards instead of blue white control, because this allows you to play like Snapcaster Flame of Anor, and then you could Snapcaster K command. Although the problem is like Tomio is just not that castable with this mana base early, which is not great if you're gonna register Tomio. Since he's top. Top is banned in modern, but and legacy. A real blazing shoal situation. Are there yet again lag issues? Yeah. I don't I don't think it's as bad for me so far as it has been, but it's lag issues, the card fonts look awful, everything zoomed in. This zoom in feature here I think is maybe good for streamers, but I couldn't find a way to disable this, and I am kind of dumb, but still I feel like it shouldn't be this hard to find a way to disable it. Does Snapcase command work? Yeah, you could. It's an instant or sorcery. The graveyard that. You can disable in settings. I could not find the setting. I am kind of dumb. I'll look again. I believe that they intend it to be disabled. I believe that is something that they think should be possible. You tick the options on in settings, okay. That is interesting. Oh, you click disable, I see. Okay. Great. Interesting pickups. I guess I actually don't want to cast the FOMO right now because all my cards are too good. So let me just heat the Shaman token, and maybe I can heat a Persistent Archon, or I can heat a token that they try to target with creativity. Am I crazy, or is the game immediately faster also? Game seems to be immediately less laggy. We did it! We fixed Magic Online! Let's go, baby! Just turn the dang thing off, I guess. Just turn it off. Okay, they take the Rumble. Immediately much faster. Okay, 2 cards in their hand over there. They have a looting in the yard. Alright, so this can find me a woodland, which can then be a cityscape leveler that I attack with twice. I could also maybe find Seasoned Pyromancer, so I'll keep it on top for sure. Yeah, it looks like I can still middle mouse soon. Sheka, 42 months. Thank you, welcome back. Hope that you're doing well today, my friend. Flashes back the looting. Didn't work for me in fixing the lag, though. Weird. I mean, okay, there's a Cling to Dust in the yard. That's a great card to see. So now I need to traverse for Seasoned Pyromancer. It's kind of why the Spire's in the deck, right? So let's just plan to do that and not play into this Cling. Is Laggy Client or a slow opponent worse? Laggy Client. Because it's constant. Happy 1 year Psycho. I take you to Value Town. And thanks again, Shaka. And Lowbro26, lots of resubs. Bearing with all of the Magic Online troubles together all these years, huh? It's fun. So if I draw an imprintable, I could unearth a Cityscape Leveler next turn. But that's kind of assuming I don't discard this to an Archon, I suppose. Okay, looks like they don't have the creativity. We'd also just draw through the Breach. Although, I guess if I bring my Ulamog back and I won't have anything in exile. So what's exciting about the Sphere of Missing Out is it makes the Leveler lethal if I unearth it. Guess I should have tapped the lab. And it looks like we can indeed unearth it next turn. think I'm just attacking my opponent. I don't think I care that much about killing this Ren in 6. Very excited about K Command. Is the Wizard's Holy Grail. Done a first pass on as a K Command. Wizards plus Twin. Likely too much greed trying to fit all three. Yeah, it seems to me like Twin is probably not going to be something I would be doing. You got to play 4 Kozilek's Command. Play 4 Kozilek's Command. Come on. Come on. Come on. Play 4 Kozilek's Commands. I'm also pretty interested in 4 Snapcaster, since like this is a card that I think is good with Flame of Venor, and it gets better with Kozilek's Command in theory. And yeah, to me, I'm looking at this and I'm like, let's immediately just cut this Twin package. But yeah, I think we'll take a look at it. You do need to play. I think you need to play stupid Reflecting Pool. Reflecting Pool is also the tech. It copies Reef and Cascade Bluffs. To me, that seems like a pretty important one. Yeah, they didn't cling the Leveler. I guess they're looking for creativity. Yeah, Twin. Okay, Twin with K Command is quite the clickbait title. I built Grixis Twin with Kolagon's Command back in the day. I got to play 1 F&M before it was banned. Okay, they don't have a second Cling. Do they have a Bolt or a push for the FOMO? Nope. When Dingo was 24-hour streaming with me, the first thing he said was, "Why do we have FOMO in the deck?" My #1 hater, young Dingo. So we are just trying to do our game plan against them here. I do think Heat is pretty nice. It kills Archons and Ridden 6. I don't think I'm going to play... I mean, they are a Thoughtseize deck. But Veil is much worse than the draw against Thoughtseize decks. 3 is probably just a good number, actually. He didn't also question the one of Spyro. Maybe, yeah. Long-time YouTube mature. Do you or anyone in the chat have good articles or videos on improving my mental game? Finally got into a TCG at a competitive level. I'll try my best. I may have written an article on that when I wrote for Channel Fireball. I can't remember. Mental game is tough. There are probably better ways to improve your mental game than what I did, which was to lose a lot of high-stakes matches that meant a lot to me. Okay, I was thinking about keeping the Through the Breach. Yeah, my strategy was always to just lose a lot of really high stakes matches that meant a lot to me, and just like lose multiple Pro Tour invites for a paid flight to Tokyo, get one outed. It's okay. So like, for me, my mental game has improved a lot over like years of like really just tough beats and soul crushing defeat, and I think this is the way that it happens to most people. Okay, so we'll take this Woodland, and then I don't have Delirium, so I could... It's just Surveil, sorry. Nothing else to think about. And then if I do find Delirium, I can go Traverse for a FOMO, Traverse for an Ulamog, then win the game the following turn. But I need Delirium. But yeah, you know, I think another thing too is like having balance in your life is really good for your mental game. Being someone who exercises and eats well and is kind to their friends and their family and has other personal projects they're working on, for me has certainly helped. So I think I'm discarding 1, 2. Still not Delirium. Delirium if this dies. They printed a better Astral Slide. It sounds fun. Oh, sorry. Yeah, that already... Astral Drift. Yeah, that already exists. Okay, they discard Beseiju, but they can pick it back up and they can kill my Woodland. I do have a backup Woodland, thankfully. Now they know I have a backup Woodland. Looks like Moto isn't like nearly as bad as yesterday. Yeah, I turned off the preview thing and immediately got much better. Yeah, this Ren and 6 Beseiju stuff is going to be tricky. Yeah, I don't know if I wrote a few articles like that for CFV, but it's been years at this point. Um, like there's got to be a better way than just have your soul crushed, but I do think that that is the industry standard to have a good resilient mental game. Is to get your heart broken and your soul crushed. But once I find a better way, I'll let you know. Zaki, 25 months. Thank you. Welcome back. Okay, so I activate Woodland. They Beseiju my Woodland. So I guess I put this Ulamog into my hand to try to set up for a Through the Breach, although I don't have anything big in exile right now. I thought to do Marauding Mako over Flameblade Adept. Yeah, it's this card seems like a much better Flameblade Adept. Or maybe not much better, but a better Flameblade Adept. Uh-oh. Cling to Dust is so good. The good news is there's now a 7-drop in exile, so I have the Through the Breach out. Do you think the Thragtusk Eldrazi is still playable? Or did it get pushed out by Sire 7 Deaths? I mostly play Sire over Breaker of Creation now, yeah. So the difference between 7 and 8 is pretty big, it seems. Yeah, I think Marauding Mako is better than Flameblade Adept, and it makes me excited about Hollow One being more resilient to Graveyard Hate. Okay, so we are going to lose everything, and I am going to win anyways. I just have another Godpharaoh's Gift in the yard, and like an Annihilator 14. Do they have another Cling? Or a Surgical? That's kind of all. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. What was my preview card? Market Back Walker. Or is it Market Walker? Yeah, they could have another Graveyard Hate spell, but... we're going for it. Creativity players, consider playing this deck instead, maybe. We straight up have not lost a match. We're 7-0 with it, about to be 8-0, I think. I'm gonna turn off the card preview. So there's a in settings, there's a box that you turn on disable, and there's another one that says disable. It's very weird, but you can do it in the settings. And it does seem like it's helping with the lag. Again, the general structure here on Magic Online is they break it on Wednesday, and I give you little tips to like play around them breaking it on Thursday. Also, this stays around, not that, that's that relevant. Okay, let's get our second trophy prediction of the day going. I'm going to go use the restroom real quick.
What's up? It's me, your friend Aspiring Spike. What's up? It's me, your friend Aspiring Spike.
Hey. Let's go. You okay, boy? Welcome, welcome. It would be really cool if we just got another back-to-back trophy. I mean, back-to-back's kind of a stretch because it's been a while, but just trophy. No one believes in the deck. The other trophy. Will anyone believe in the deck if we get a second in a row? Maybe we may need to three-peat for anyone to believe in this one. I was telling this to Dingo during the 24-hour stream. I actually think this deck is just a touch too like I think people miss the fear of missing out extra combat step thing on Godpharaoh's Gift. I think if this was more immediately visible, maybe people would connect more with the deck. You know what I mean? I think it takes a second for that to click. Yeah, this could be the Chally deck tomorrow. I haven't picked. I also was really wanting to play mono blue Eldrazi, or maybe one of the K command builds. But this could be it. Let's keep this. Yeah, we did a 5-0 prediction. I think you just missed it, unfortunately. With the black deck that won 12 straight matches, Liliana. Yeah, that deck was sweet. It was just Liliana the Veil so briefly good in Modern when Domain Zoo was just the only deck. It was so It was so cool. So tempting to change Spyro to Through the Breach for more 4-0s. Yeah, the Spyro is really a really good traverse target. I would definitely keep it in. Cat Raceway could be good in Eldrazi. Is that the the Soul Land? That's a if you have max speed, because it seems really difficult to trigger speed in Eldrazi, and it's just so slow. Excited to do a YouTube video for the new set. When does what is this set called? Thunder Junction? No. Aether Drift. When does Aether Drift come out? Is Racksack and Goblins underplayed in Modern Stone, or those decks washed with MH3? So it used to be like Goblins was a deck you could kind of consider playing because Goblins had like this really solid grindy game plan that you could either like turn 3 combo or outgrind your opponents pretty consistently. And that's just not something you can really do post MH3. You just cannot outgrind your opponents with any degree of consistency now. So we need maybe to get this heat in the yard for Delirium. Okay, so let's leave up the heat for Bowmaster. I'm glad turning off the preview thing made the game playable again, thankfully. Yeah, I don't think there's much reason to leave a gift in our hand here. How's the renovation on Stream Room coming? I just haven't restarted. I've maybe bitten off more than I can chew because I just have a lot of other projects I'm working on. But we'll get we'll get started at some point. All right, yeah, I think we have to flash back the looting here. Despite this being kind of a clear second Bowmasters. Well, Mayhem Devil is actually well positioned in the meta. Do not sleep on Mayhem Devil. People make a ton of Eldrazi spawns, and the best deck in the format plays Bombardment. Yeah, maybe. I would love for like Rakdos Sacrifice to be good. Although the thing, like I've barked down this tree sometimes. Rakdos, Mayhem Devil with Goblin Bombardment, and I'm like, oh, I sure do need 4 Johnnies in this deck. And then I'm like, well, I've got 4 Johnnies in this deck. I need to play 4 Ocelot Prides, also good with Bombardment. And then I'm like, I've got 4 Johnny, 4 Ocelot Prides, and Bombardment. I guess at this point, I need to play Guide of Souls, and then I've just built Mardu Energy. So, could you play Mardu Energy? Could you play Mardu Energy? Yeah, but obviously yes, but I've had a hard time finding a cool build, right? Would I say looting has underperformed my expectations? I think it seems yes. Yes is definitely the answer. I still think looting is very good. I also will say that there's maybe a disconnect with my like general experience with looting and the decks people are choosing to play. Basically no one is playing Woodlands combo, but I feel pretty confidently that like this deck or Omni Woodlands is very, very good. Maybe both decks. And I'd really like to see more people try these kind of strategies. I also think that the Mardu Goryo's deck is very good. That deck just has like Arena of Glory Flage, Thoughtseize, Prismatic Ending, Leyline Solitude, Kali as a way to beat Graveyard Hates. But I think people just don't want to play Kalia maybe. But no, I think that there are a lot of good looting decks that exist. I think my Phoenix build is pretty playable, but people just want to not play my build. I feel so angry about Phoenix all the time. I will lay awake at night thinking about why won't people just stop messing with the build. And it's not really all that serious. I don't know how good Phoenix is, but I think I'll play like 2 FOMOs. But I feel like people could work on it some more. Let's just play one FOMO. Let's just do this. Just got cure update. I want to work on it. Um, but we'll see. I hope and I kind of think that we'll see more metagame evolution, and I think we'll see people start to play looting decks. Another thing about looting too is it's like everyone is playing a lot of graveyard hate, like, or the vast majority of decks contain a lot of graveyard hate, and this is partially because looting decks exist, and partially because Breach is really popular. So I don't know. We'll see. Okay, Mindspring Merfolk, Cauldronable ability. All right, we're going to be in on Through the Breach. Draw X cards, put one counter on each Merfolk you control. They keep 7. Yeah, they went to 5. Let's imprint the God Pharaoh's gift here. I might just hardcast a leveler if I can find one. Yeah, I guess we'll take the Ulamog and we'll dig for another Through the Breach. We have 5 mana. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, this card doesn't seem great. Doesn't seem good even, I guess. Not a bad Moldify for our opponent, I'll tell you that too. This is game 2. Spikeator Merfolk. I mean, that card looks awful. I don't know. The new Black White God. I think the card will be fun to build around. I think it looks powerful enough to build around. Been playing Omni Woodlands combo with Creativity in the mix. Interesting. We had a Creativity Woodlands deck that was like it was Glimpse combo. It was very similar to this, but we were playing Marauder and to cascade into Glimpse. I don't know if this build is going to be better, but looks interesting. Okay, we're looking for Pyroclasm. We're looking for Through the Breach. Gotta take a Rumble. Maybe I didn't have to take this Rumble, actually. Okay, so I think whatever I take here, I'm just going to discard to the fear of missing out. So I think that'll be Ulamog so that my next Ulamog can have more counters, which may actually be important. Through the Breach. Another Ulamog. 4, 5, 6. Pretty far away from card casting. So yeah, I don't know. Seems interesting, I think. I guess I don't love raising the curve this much. But it looks pretty solid. Cough Queen, tier 1 for 3 months in advance. Let's go. Read your article called Successfully Brewing in Modern, a deep dive. So I'm glad you mentioned looking at something I need to focus on. Also, as YouTube viewers, sub alters are a little loud. I've woken up my partner. Okay. You know what? That is good feedback. I think we could turn him down a bit. Yeah, I remember writing that article and really liking it, and you know, the unfortunate reality of being an MTG writer is that people just don't engage with the stuff you write very much. Unless you're Paulo Vitor Dama de Rosa, which I certainly am not. You mold the 5 opponent? What the hell? Kind of makes me forget the spawn sack. But now I can block the Outlaw Pride and heat the Ajani. How did mono black K command deck do? We trophied with the mono black mid range build, and then we like 4-1 to league with coffers and like 2 drops with coffers. 4 Delta 45 bonds, trans rights. So I'd let the Johnny trigger go on the stack first. Would you ever consider writing a Zine on Modern? What is a Zine? What is a Zine? I actually have maybe a different writing opportunity available. I still need to like change the target. They changed it to the FOMO instead of the cat token. I guess that makes sense. All right, let's I guess just top deck through the breach. A zine? Zoomers? What the hell is a zine? What you expect me to know what a zine is? Write a zine. Do better. Sort of like an indie magazine. I don't know. I maybe have an opportunity with a not so indie magazine, but I don't know. I need to see if they will pay me enough. They're really gonna have to. I don't really also like to write for Magic so much. I've been writing. I've been working on a novel, and it has been a lot more creatively satisfying than any Magic the Gathering writing I've ever done. So I would do it for money though. Okay, let's go to 4-1 match. Sorry about these trophy predictions, y'all. We've been pretty good at getting the 3-0. All right, I'll read the Wikipedia. I'll learn here what a zine is.
Zine.
Why isn't it spelled this way? It's a small circulation, self-published work, original, appropriated text images, usually produced via a copy machine. Oh, no, I've been to Austin, Texas enough times to see these things. Y'all want me to write these? Dude, I've been to Austin, Texas. Oh, man. Hackers still use zines. They're still bigger out some major cities. That is interesting. Throwing shit at Austin. I love Austin. Austin's a great city. Am I from Texas? Yeah, born and raised in Dallas. Still here. Born and raised, brother. How big is your cowboy hat? I just want to put back the Spyro. As an Austinite, what does that mean? I feel like every time I go to Austin, I see one of those things, or I end up at some artsy fartsy thing, and I don't know. I've never seen them anywhere else. Samantha with the 59 months. Thank you. Welcome back. When will you write MTG fanfic? When will I stop writing MTG fanfics? Have you seen the 1 mana white vehicle? Oh, is this a cycle? Just 1 mana vehicles of each color? So I drew a Traverse. Dude, look at this Street Wraith. Oh man, this is the font. Okay, now I know their process. They saw how good it looked on Street Wraith, and they're like, all right, ship it. Okay, Voyager Glide Car. 1 mana 2/3 vehicle, ETB Scry 1. Cruise for only 1. Tap 3 other untapped creatures you control until end of turn. This vehicle becomes an artifact creature with flying. Put a counter. Oh, this is stupid. What's that card called? You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. Huh. So you can't tap itself to scry 1, put a counter like you can on the creature version of this card. My opponent says Yahtzee. Okay. Terrible game. A long time Yahtzee hater. Okay, so we're gonna take 8, and I want to set up to go Traverse for Woodland, Rumble, and then get 2 leveler attacks on the following turn. But I don't know if I'm gonna be too dead to do that or not. Not looking great. What is Warden of the Inner Sky? Okay, so Is this going to be a cycle? There's going to be one of each color, or is it just blue, white, and black? So I think I might have to traverse for Spyro, but let me just go ahead and rumble here. So it looks like I can do a lethal next turn. Not really a cycle. One is mythic and legendary. The other is rare and not. Okay. Because I was thinking too, like what blue creature would they do? Delver of Secrets? Doesn't really make a lot of sense. Dua Lipa. I saw Dua Lipa in concert very briefly at the ACL. I'm sorry, Dua, if you're watching. I only stayed for like 3 songs. I'm a Chapel Roan fan. But you were good. You were good. Dua, if you're watching. So next turn we can go Traverse for Woodland, get back a Fear of Missing Out, discard a Fear of Missing Out, get back a Fear of Missing Out, discard a Leveler, get back a Leveler. If I consider playing Electrostrike Pummeler with Arena of Glory with the new energy cards and try to OTK people. Yes. It just sounds like you have like no evasion and it's just like there's just better energy plans to enact, but yeah, I have thought about it. Okay, so I do have enough mana to, I could just do it all. I could jump here. I don't know. I could go land Lightning Bolt or something. Who's Dua? She's like a huge pop star with a funny name. All right, that works too. One thing I love about this deck with the Phobos. Oh my gosh. Okay, I almost got lagged out of this game. But one thing I love about this deck with the Phobos is the fact that you could just draw your big things on these kind of turns and it's game winning instead of like, I wish it was in the graveyard. Like the fact that I get to copy a Godpharaoh's Gift and like this Ulamog is not in the graveyard, but it will be, is I think really cool. It's like, it's not even in the graveyard on this combat step. It's going to be on the next combat step. With Scales back on the menu, Fiddlebender, Dispatch, Portable Hole becomes better. I think so. I mean, that deck was good. I kind of want to fiddle some Benders into Chally tomorrow. Oh, should I Yahtzee them? I'll Yahtzee them after I put the Ulamog into the yard. Although the FOMOs are also just lethal without actually, I didn't even need any big thing here. Yeah, I think this is really like you have to see this to understand the deck. I think people look at I think Young Dingo looks at the deck and goes something like that. But yeah, the fear of missing outs, they really tie the room together here. Black White God draws 5 of Solitude Ephemerate. Does it draw 5? Okay, so you go pitch. That's 1. Exile their thing. 2. Ephemerate. 3. Rebound. 4, right? That's pretty good, though. It's pretty good. I'm counting 4. Exile from hand doesn't count? Okay. So just 3 then. Oh, but the Ephemerate rebound. Oh, the rebounding Ephemerate triggers it because it exiles. Dude. You know I'm a big Solitude Ephemerate gamer. Okay, let's bring in 4th Unholy Heat. Let's bring in the Haywire Might. I think actually Force of Vigor is probably good because they're going to be on Leyline of the Void, and this also hits like Phoenix and Hollow One and stuff. So 5 cards. We can cut the Seasoned Pyromancer. Contrima Traverse. Maybe I don't play the Haywire Might. Maybe I just bleed on this. Trimming Looting? Trimming Looting seems weird. I think this is a good matchup for it, maybe, with them having the inquiries and stuff. Seems very borderline. I think I like that we have anti-Graveyard Hate plan, and I like that we have Woodland plan, Rumble's really broken card, so let's keep. If they Thoughtseize me, it's kind of a fun game. Or I just force this and then they've got nothing. Or they get to take nothing. So they played Nethergoyf, so we don't need to force now. Hate that draw step. New Dreams of Steel and Oil is cycling. Target opponent reveals their hand, choose a creature or artifact from it, and exile that card. So it's a little different, right? Because you can't also exile from the yard, but it cycles for 3. A good discard spell cycling is really crazy. Like Dreams of Steel and Oil is like pretty modern playable. And like the fact that you could cycle it as a top deck is kind of like that is huge. You do also want to exile the card you take most of the time. That is usually the choice. Okay, gonna wait a little bit more on the Force of Vigor because I could find a different green card. I don't need to do it right this second. Not hitting Flage is pretty big. No, so it hits Flage from hand, but not from yard. So yeah. But yeah, I don't know. I think this card is very cool. There's actually, I'm not saying this will happen, but there's a chance that this becomes like de facto modern staple. Like I kind of can't stress how big a deal cycling is on a discard spell, because like the biggest problem with discard spells is you top deck them and you lose the top deck wars, or maybe one of the biggest problems. Mantax for the 34 months. Thank you. Welcome back. Okay, my Kingdom for an endurance that's not in my deck. Go to game 3. Could be good with a black variation of the old baby ephemerate deck. So far, our deck's been bad against Leyline of the Void plus pressure. Black variation of the old baby ephemerate decks. Yeah. I'm excited about this card. I think there's a lot you could do with it. Aether Drift seems full of like good modern brewables, which is great. I love that they seem to be designing in mind with this. At the beginning of your upkeep, may exile the top card of your library. May play this card this turn. They made a mono red Phyrexian Arena. Cool. I also love how yesterday there's people going, Aether Drift looks already mid as hell. Like it's day one of spoilers and there's good stuff. What is wrong with you people? Okay, let's keep this. I think I have to put back the heat so I can have a sprawl to pitch to force, and I can loot the gift away. Put another one in there. Maybe I was supposed to already force so that I could get the land in the yard for Delirium. Probably fine not to. Looking through any other spoilers here. Can't force in my turn. No, but wasn't I on the draw? Oh no, I was on the play. Never mind. Sorry. The red white haste vehicles bounce kind of sick. Yeah, I agree. That card's pretty cool. There's just like so much going on, and we don't have all the spoilers yet. Aether Spark is cool. The green white Gear Hulk will be good in the green white Birthing Ritual deck. Our baby. Some people are really high on this new Chandra. I don't think it's a modern card so much. One thing I really want though is like something like a crazy artifact to cheat into play with Shape Anew. So far, this green-red Gear Hulk is the closest thing to that and is not quite there, but we're almost there. So close I could taste it. No, you didn't molten collapse my sprawl. Why would you do this to me, Mr. 7-card Leyline? Why? What did I do to you? Okay, we are kind of rebuilding, though. Yeah, I'm just going to get Surveillant here since I drew the Woodland. So this is land number 4 to activate Woodland. This is pretty important, so let's keep it. Remember we got Dreadboard the other day, or like a couple weeks ago? Somebody just cast Dreadboard against us. Theo with the 23 months. Hope you're doing well today, my friend. This was your hand? Leyline of the Void, Nethergoyf, Channeler, Molten Collapse. Good games. Good games. Okay, let's run it back. Yahtzee.